Good day, good morning, pre-afternoon. It is Yoist here bringing you another pre-recorded recording, and today I will be bringing you a walkthrough Let's Play guide of 7 Days to Die with all my tips and tricks that I've picked up over my time of playing to help you help yourself become better at 7 Days to Die and hopefully not die as much. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so as soon as you start a new game, you'll be greeted with these nice quests. Let's skip through them. They pop up on the top right hand corner, as you can see, which is, I would suggest doing these as soon as possible, but check out where you are first. We're in the desert at the moment, so look at your map. I always like to mark sort of where the hub city is, which is always 0, 0. Okay, I do not suggest going to the hub city straight away, as it is a sure way to die. But as you can see, we're starting in the desert. If you pick up these yucca fruit, which is actually a very good source of water early on, and every bird nest that you find. So we'll start doing our quest on the right hand side while we head towards the hub city in a general that direction, by punching a lot of grass, picking up any rock you find, and a bit of wood. A lot of people will say go and punch a tree for a bit of wood or any driftwood, but I find punching these gives you about the same amount of wood, and it's actually a lot quicker, and you don't sit there in one spot for a very long time trying to punch a tree. So this tutorial will go over all the basics of your first day needs. Okay, first stone, and pick up every bird's nest that you come across, as feathers are one of the most valuable resources early on before you start to get a bow. Okay, so I'm going to head up this hill, punching a bit of grass, heading towards the hub city. So I'll see you guys over there in a second. Okay, so I've got all our small stone, so now we can go into the crafting menu and find the stone axe, favourite, as it makes it easier to find, and craft. I'll always suggest keeping your bandage out, as if it comes to the need be of it, you will definitely need it very, very quick. Okay, the second quest is your clothing, which is easy enough to craft. Just come over to this clothing tab and find all items of clothing that are plant fibre related and craft them all. I'll also suggest crafting a plant fibre hat, as it keeps you cooler in the hotter biomes, which we're in right now. And while that crafts, we'll just hit this rock to get a bit more stone, since we're in the desert and it's harder to find. Okay, our clothing is just finished. The next quest is probably one of the most easiest ones to do. So if you come over into this character menu, you just shift and click on all the items that you want to equip. You need to equip the hood first to finish the quest, then you can go along and equip your plant fibre hat. As you can see, I'm now -1. With that, I'm +6. And in the desert biome, it feels like 24, but it is 21. Yes, I'm using SMX enhanced mod. I find it a lot easier to do. I'll leave the link for that in the description if you are playing on PC and would like to... Oh, told you. See, if you look through bags, you'll find good loot. See, a machete straight away, which means any animal we can come across, we can skin and get twice as much meat and hide. And a gun part, but the gun part does not really matter too much at this point, as we do not have the recipe to craft it. Okay, so I'm going to keep heading over, and hopefully we find a road or a nice POI to set up for the night, as you do have to move sort of quick, because nighttime comes around extremely fast, and you do not want to be caught outside with nothing at nighttime. Yes, see the zombie over there? I do not have a weapon, I do not have a bow, so I am going to go in the opposite direction of it. But now that I have a wooden axe, I can easily chop up this bit of driftwood for that extra bit of wood, which will make life a lot easier. Okay, wooden club, so you go over to here, you click wooden club, craft. I would not suggest favoriting it, as it is actually quite a bad weapon. You can get the iron reinforced club, which is the next club that you'll craft, as it is a lot better than just a standard wooden club. Okay, it now brings up your crafted bow and arrows. A lot of people tell you to craft the bow straight away. No, craft as many arrows as you possibly can to level up your skill, so when it comes to crafting a bow, you have the resources and it's not just a level 1 bow. Okay, so I'm going to gather a few more resources on the way to the hub city. I'll see you guys a little bit closer. Another zombie. Since I only have a wooden club and a wooden club does 8 damage, I'm not going to take that zombie on. So you continue on your way, picking up all the yucca, as in my case, that I can, and any bird's nest I come across. Okay, you see a POI over there. Your first instinct will be to go and investigate it, but that is not what you want to do, especially if you do not have a bow, as if you do not have a bow, you will not be able to defend zombies, and zombies spawn around POIs. So stay clear of any POIs that you find if you do not have a bow. Okay, those arrows are done crafting, but I can craft 5 more, so I'll craft 5 more arrows. Okay, we'll come into a different biome right here, from the desert into the plains. The plains is actually not too bad of an area, as you do have a few trees and you can get goldenrod. Goldenrod is good to make drinks, and corn. Corn is a very good substance to pick up, as you'll need it for meat stew later on, and it makes farming a lot easier if you have quite a few corn. Okay, our arrows are done crafting, so now we'll go over and craft a wooden bow, which, because we've crafted 43 arrows, will be a lot better than level 1. 28. It is still not the greatest, but it does 18 entity damage instead of, I think, 5. So you equip your bow and you have to push R or circle or B, I think it is, on Xbox to equip your arrow, and now you're ready to take on at least one zombie that comes into you. Okay, our next quest is to start a base, so we need to gather wood for that, but we can hold off on that quest, as that is a later on quest when you sort of get into a POI, into a nice little house to get yourself built up. So I'm going to continue on in that way towards the hub city, picking up everything I come across, looting everything, and I might gather a little bit more stone, as I want to try and make another stone axe, which I need a few more, and if that one breaks, you are in serious trouble. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, I've just broken my axe, and a lot of people just go straight in, craft another one. I suggest not doing that. You should repair first, and then craft your second one, and then you can go ahead and scrap this, as it will give you a slight bit of experience. So instead of being level 2, it's level 4, which does a lot better damage to block damage, and it has better durability. Okay, we've just come across our first town on the way to the hub city, as you can tell by the houses and this grid pattern of road that you can see going through. For the sake of this video, I'll go in and try and fortify one of the houses, but I would suggest continuing on along the road to try and find just a house in the middle of nowhere down a path, as you'll get a lot less zombie spawn. Okay, we're in the town and I found a house that I think will be perfect. There doesn't seem to be too many zombies around, but be careful, they will spawn either behind you or near you and become very tricky. So we're going to get our way into this town by taking out any zombies that we see. See, 2 shots to the head, and he is dead. If I made just the first bow, I would have struggled to kill him in at least 3 shots. When investigating POIs, I always like just to tip around it to let all the zombies spawn and come towards you. I've already had a couple, but if you go straight into the building, they'll end up following you in, and you'll be stuck inside the building. These zombies don't seem to be taking any notice of me, so I can leave them for the time being and get my way inside this house. Always keep an ear out when you're trying to break into a house, even if you just look away for a second, say, yep, I'm undetected. as that way you know that you're not going to be followed in by a zombie. Okay, we're finally inside. I'll now craft my wood frames. Favourite, and I'll craft 2, as that is all I need for the door. Bring them down, place them here, as we are not too sure right now if there are any zombies inside this building or if they are all outside. So what I like to do is go straight in, have a look for a way to get upstairs, as being higher up in a building is a lot safer than being down on the ground floor where they can see you and come through. Okay, so a sense at the moment, which is due to this door, because zombies can see you through doors. So I'll just repair it while we build up a little bit of a defense. So I place that there and upgrade it. So now the zombies cannot come inside. They will glitch, so you have to be careful. Okay, there are a lot of zombies around at the moment, so I'm going to go out. This is why I did not upgrade the door. Come out and take out the rest of these zombies that keep bashing on the back door. Okay, you want to be careful with these crawler zombies, as if they do hit you, they have a chance to break your legs or sprain your legs, which early on can be very painful. When they're down is your time to strike, as you get a 3 times damage that you can see up the top, which saves you a possible 3 arrows. Okay, this is this place taken over. They should not spawn for a little time yet. So now we are in relatively safe working order to block off these doors and continue our way to the roof. As I will be staying up in the roof, I will take out this bottom run of this ladder so zombies cannot climb up if they do manage to get inside. So now I'm perfectly safe up there, knowing zombies cannot seem to climb up this block. Oh, a nice reinforced club. Perfect. I'll take you and that. So now, you can't scrap them on the console, but on PC you can. So I'll scrap that just to get that little bit more wood, which will always come in handy and continue to loot these bodies. Okay, everything's looted from up here. So now we can go downstairs and I'll fortify this area just a little bit better, so that we can be sure that we are safe for the night. I'll do so just by placing a few more wooden frames and upgrading them. Actually, I'd like to make a little emergency escape hatch, so I do not need to come through the bottom floor and can keep that completely sealed off. So I'll just take out 2 blocks to walk through and craft a few ladders so that I can get down on the outside of the building. Okay, we now have our little escape hatch down, so I'll need a little bit more wood to be able to craft a few more ladders just to get up. I would suggest harvesting the smaller trees first, as you get a nice payout when you destroy the tree completely. 52 wood as I've destroyed it, which is a lot better than trying to take out a bigger tree and get halfway through. So now I have enough to be able to craft a few ladders. I think I need 3 ladders. So now I can go ahead and upgrade these 2 and place my ladders going up, all except for the bottom one, so zombies cannot follow up. So now we are safe up in our little base. Can place your torch to get a little bit homely, and we'll go ahead and craft a bedroll. Bedroll is very handy for spawn points. Okay, a bedroll is done crafting, and we'll craft a chest just to dump everything in at the moment. Okay, now that these are both done crafting, I can place these down, and I'll lay my chest right up here and put everything that I do not need with me right at this very instant in the chest. Okay, now that we have our first little house already up and running, we're going to go outside and gather some resources, as the last thing you want to be have happen is be stuck inside with no resources to get anything done. So we're going to go get a few more stone and cut down a few more trees. Okay, when hitting rocks, you always want to try and at least break this 400 because you get a nice payout, as the same with the trees, for completing what you have just done. So as you'll see, I'll get a few extra rocks. Sometimes you get a nice chance of getting nitrate, coal or lead, I think, and possibly a little bit of iron. Remember, always pick up every bird's nest, as every feather counts. Okay, while we're out here, I'm going to continue on with my quest, which is crafting a campfire. So we'll craft that, so when we go back inside, it's all ready to place. Okay, right now we have enough resources just to get ourselves started and continue on with this quest line. Quest complete. So on console, you will have now completed all your quests and can go on your merry way and do whatever you now deem fit. But on computer, it will tell you to go find the trader, which in my case is very far away, I'm pretty sure. White River Citizen, show on map. No idea. So I'm not going towards the trader. While we're out here, I would suggest to craft a few more stone axes just to get your level up, so that you can gather resources that little bit quicker. Okay, now that we have a fair bit of stone and wood, we can go over and craft a few more arrows. I would not suggest crafting them all for your hard work. Go and craft 50. 50 should keep you pretty happy through the night and be able to give you a nice head start if you do see a lot of zombies. Okay, on the way back, I'm going to start to hit a little bit of grass with the axe, just to level up your construction skill, as well as pick up some grass so that we can continue to make axes and bows. Okay, now that it is almost night time, you do not want to be stuck outside, so I'm going to come inside and finish looting the inside of this building and upgrading it to a point that I'm pretty happy with. Okay, so if you take out these curtains just to make sure that there's no glass behind them, like there is just here, as glass can be broken with a few hits. So if you go ahead and upgrade this to at least the third stage of wood, where it has this cross through it, so that you know that you're nice and safe. Okay, now we're in relative safety. We can go ahead and safely loot this building without the fear of a pesky zombie walking its way through. Okay, so we've finished looting the house and we found a cooking pot, so you can go ahead and click on the cooking pot and click up here to place. So now we have a cooking pot in our fire. Okay, we've found a few items of clothing through the house, so we'll make sure that we have the best items equipped. As you can see here, these are the percentages of damage reduction and insulation it gives you. So we'll go ahead and wear. So we have 7, 7, 6, 12 and +1. This hoodie is a little bit better, so I'll go ahead and wear that, scrap that. This does not look quite as good, but before you go ahead and scrap, repair so that you get the experience in tailoring, and now you can go ahead and scrap. Okay, this is why yucca comes in very handy, as it does give you stamina and fullness, but if you go to recipes, you can make yucca juice with no need of anything else. Yucca juice is extremely good drink, as it gives you a lot of stamina and hydration. Okay, it is now officially nighttime. As you hear, the music has changed into a darker, eerier feel. So I hope if you followed my tips, you are a little bit more prepared for your first day and can deal with zombies a little bit better than before. I'll be making another video about surviving your first night and what to do during the night. So if you did like that video, please remember to like that subscribe button and subscribe to that like button. And as always,